Yeah, it's a process. You're probably busy this time of year.
Yeah, it's always busy. There's always something going on, and I always get questions, or people always ask questions. How is the market? What's going on out there? And I like to kind of do a little market snapshot, every so often. So today I kind of did. I pulled a list of properties. So in Grand Forks, East Grand Forks, I just did Grand Forks and East Side just to kind of get a general overview. And I was looking for single family homes, and the market snapshot I wanted to show was kind of where we at from the beginning of this year until where we're at right now. And right now we have about 110 active homes for sale, and we have 128 pending.
Wow.
So we actually have more properties that have accepted offers on them to a point than actually almost homes that are for sale. So what that tells me is, if you're out looking, you need to be ready. You need to be ready to go, be pre-approved. And, it puts us at a spot where, some of these homes that pop up for sale, they're not sitting on the market that long. And basically right now, year to date, we're about 93 homes that have sold, single family in Grand Forks, East Grand Forks. So, I'm not going to go down to every classification, but I just like to just do a general snapshot because most of the properties, are single family home. Then we have townhomes, then we have condos, and we have land. But I like to just chat about the single family properties. And then basically also too about the properties that are getting listed for sale. They're getting about 98% of what they get listed for sale at.
Wow.
Right around there. Yep, right now. And the average day on market's at about 125 days on the market. So that's really, really low.
Quickly.
So basically, in 125 days isn't actually the amount of days that it's actually on the market waiting for someone to come in and buy it. That is from the date that it gets listed for sale until it closes, all the financing, inspections, everything's good, until the seller sells the house and they get a check in their hand. So at that point in time. So 125 days on the market is really not that long. It usually averages, sometimes it can jump up to the 150 range, or sometimes it could be in this general range. But right now, the days on market will probably be in this, at this range for a good amount of time. And then once we get into the summer momentum, the days on market will kind of increase a little bit, but not a lot for the most part. So yeah, it's an interesting market. It's a busy market. Whoever, when you're looking at selling your home or you're looking at buying a home, it's a big step. So you want to make sure that, when you go to, to do these, to sell your property, who am I calling? Who am I talking to? Do they know what they're talking about? Have they sold, any homes for sale? Yes, you can get a real estate license, but, you got to have someone that, knows what they're talking about and a proven success behind them, so that, be like, a lot of the properties I go and meet with people, I'll be like, oh yeah, I sold this house across the street, or I sold this one of your neighbor, so you just really want to make sure that you align yourself with the right professional like myself, so that we can really help you to get, the most out of your property and get the best negotiation done and put as much money in your pocket as possible. So
a texter to 775-5559 wants to know any apartments for sale right now.
The apartments that have popped up for sale are fast, and it's busy. So any multifamily properties, whether it's a 4-plex, a 12-plex, 24-plex, they are. So right now honestly, I'm trying to think right off the top of my head. I don't think that there's any for sale right at the moment. So, but when they do pop up for sale, they do sell pretty quickly, and they have been. And actually, that's all the investment properties, duplexes, those types of properties. So if you're listening and you have, an investment property, we work on selling those as well too. And they are very, it's a little bit of different approach on how you price, an investment property versus a single family home, but it's quite busy there as well too. So
you mentioned duplex. So if a first-time home buyer looking to purchase a duplex that would need no repairs, a 2 or 3 bedroom that I could live in and rent one side to offset the house for the other, what would that cost be? Kind of the range.
Right around $180,000.
Okay.
For the most part. There was a duplex that just sold that had 2 bedrooms on one side, 2 bedrooms on the other side, and the one side was rented, and the other side was vacant, no garage, and that sold for about $180,000. So, yep, anywhere's right in that range. Now, once you get into a duplex with a garage, or maybe something a little bit more finished. There was another duplex that was just listed for sale last week that was 3 bedrooms, 2 baths on the one side, and that had an attached garage, and that was like $230, and they got a couple offers on that property. So yeah, the investment property world right now, in to whoever asked that question, you know, it's one of those deals where you can still get a really good interest rate and financing on a duplex as long as you live on one side of the property. So that's a really good question, and I've had several clients purchase properties like that, and they have the person next door paying a good chunk of their mortgage payment at that point in time. So
a texture to 775-5559. I guess this is kind of a relative question. Why are homes so expensive in Grand Forks?
Supply and demand. You know, over the years, I've been in this business here for 12 years, and ever since I remember, you know, there's always so many homes for sale. And so we never have an overabundance of properties out there for sale. And because we never have an overabundance, the prices typically just, you know, slowly go up, you know, over time. So, and when you go to purchase, and then the interest rates are low right now as well too. And with lower interest rates mean more buying power, so you can purchase at a higher price, which drives the prices to go up. So
when someone wants to reach out and get a hold of you, what's the easiest way?
So please reach out to me, 218-289-3029. You can do the less invasive approach. Go to my website, blakeslistings.com, contact us, or hit what is my home worth. It's kind of like a little guide, just to kind of give you a snapshot of what your property is worth. But yeah, you could call, text, you can email me, grandforksagent@gmail.com. There's too many platforms for me to say, but yeah, I'd love to hear from you. And whether it's about something now or something 2 years or 5 years down the road, I'd love to hear from you. So,
would you have time for a quick question?
Sure.
All right, 775-59, caller, you have a question for Blake.
Yep. So if you use FHA financing, it's about 3.5% of the down payment, or up to 5% of the down payment. So that's kind of good numbers for you to work off of. Let's just say about $7,500. Yeah, so you don't need to put, a lot of buyers think that they need to put 20% down of the, you know, of the whole purchase price. But yeah, you can purchase. Now, I'm not a lender, so I can't go into the full, you know, but if you talk to your lender, and you can, if you qualify, you can, like, FHA financing will allow you to put as little as 3.5% down. If you're military and you could do VA, you could put as little as 0% down.
All right, thanks
Yep.
for calling. All right, and
Well,
I know the market's hot right now.
It's hot, and it's getting warm outside too, so it's like best of both worlds, right? So, but yeah, reach out. I'd love to hear from you, and whoever called in too. If you have any other questions, reach out to me as well too, and we'd love to help you find your home. So, all right.
Blake Christensen, Greenberg Realty. I can tell you're a busy man. You're just kind of almost vibrating so fast.
Well, thank you. Yeah, just kind of, maybe I had a lot of caffeine today, but I gotta get rolling, right? So, sounds good. Thank you.
Thank you very much.